Would you be surprised if I was to tell you that there is now a new scandal involving Donald Trump where not a Democrat is accusing him of a crime, but a Republican, a MAGA Republican, that was once Donald Trump's appointee, confirmed appointee, to be the ambassador to Iceland, Jeff Gunter, who is now accusing Donald Trump of only endorsing people if they pay him. That's a big deal. And the fact that it's coming from a Republican is a big deal. This is Dr. Jeff Gunter. He's a dermatologist from Nevada. Excuse me. And he tweeted this. Here's the gist of what happened. Scam is told by his handlers. He's talking about a guy named Sam Brown, who got endorsed by Donald Trump and ended up winning the primary. Sam Brown, is told by his handlers he's getting endorsed at the rally. Some awesome and fearless MAGA warriors make it clear this would be a terrible idea. Don't do it. Donald J. Trump doesn't endorse at the rally. And then the National Republican Senatorial Committee, McConnell Swamp, freaks out. On plane ride back, big check comes in from the Swamp, McConnell-aligned PAC. Truth Social post comes out late last night. Sadly, the suspicions many of us had about the endorsements, quote unquote, are being confirmed. Now, that's a big accusation. Obviously, this guy is a Trump ally, and he's trying to create a little bit of a space, a gulf between Donald Trump doing it for that reason, trying to invoke the name of Mitch McConnell and the Senate finance arm, trying to fund campaigns. But it's not really working. This from the Daily Beast. Here's the headline. GOP Senate hopeful alleges Trump took money before endorsing his rival. A Republican Senate hopeful in Nevada is accusing former President Donald Trump of taking money in exchange for endorsements, a bombshell claim that his campaign, when pressed by the New York Times for evidence, said it could prove. Quote, yes, he can. Stay tuned, unquote. A representative for Jeff Gunter's campaign told the newspaper. No evidence, however, has yet been presented. The original claim came in a flurry of posts on Twitter Sunday night following a Trump rally in Las Vegas. Then they go through some of the language here, which you've already heard. Gunter followed up by alleging that awesome and fearless MAGA warriors had talked Trump down from endorsing his rival Sam Brown, but that after receiving a big check from the Swamp, McConnell-aligned PAC, the former president changed his mind and endorsed Brown. Chris LaCivita, a senior advisor to Trump, he's a campaign bigwig here too, denied the claims in his own post on Twitter. Quote, proof point as to why Dr. Jeff Gunter didn't earn the endorsement of real Donald Trump. You have a habit of making up crap, he wrote. President Trump makes his own decisions. This is another example of him choosing wisely. The problem here is that this will likely go nowhere because the FEC, the commissioners who run the Federal Elections Commission, are absolutely outgunned by the Republican appointees to the commission. And the way the rules are structured with how many people need to vote in favor, and it's just a nightmare. We have so many existential threats to our republic, but this is a big one. This is a huge one. It needs to be addressed. Congress needs to get off its ass. You need to get to the polls to make sure Democrats are in charge of the House, in charge of the Senate, and back in the White House. And then we collectively, as an electorate, as a block of voters, need to insist, we need to demand that campaign finance laws be gutted, be absolutely changed in this system. We have dark money groups, billionaires who are funding millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars into the system with an outsized level of political speech from you and me. They get the influence, they spend the money, they get the benefits, not us. That's a problem. That is a perversion of our system. But what would you expect? Republicans are here for it. And too many Democrats don't have the moral courage to stand up. the policy courage, the political courage, the electoral courage to make things different. Yeah, it's going to be more difficult for you as a member of Congress or a politician running for office, but you're not there to protect yourself. You're there to protect your constituents. You're there to protect the system. You're there to uphold your oath to the Constitution of the United States of America and make that more perfect union, if you remember, that our founding fathers talked about. What do you think? I would love to know. We can talk about this in the comments. You can also leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I appreciate you very much. If you appreciate me, if I bring you value by any metric, if it's worth $2 a month to you, please consider supporting the work. Click the join button below. Become a channel member for just that, $2 a month. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. All that supports here, not just the podcast. I love and appreciate you very much. Follow me on social media if that's your thing. If not, don't worry about it. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. I'd love to see you there. Be genuine. Take care of one another.